Yo, Uncle Spec.
Brother, that was what was that? 3 games in 4 nights?
This is ridiculous, man.
3 games in 4 nights. I want people to really and truly appreciate what just happened. Okay.
You won't grip my soul.
Bro, I want people to appreciate what just happened, man. The defense looked shaky in the first quarter, but that was solid,
Shaky
man.
Warriors.
That was solid, man.
Look,
Oh
let me tell you
my
this.
God, we here.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
We've been hearing LeBron is the GOAT. Got his ass handed to him last night. We've been hearing Jokic is the best player in the world for the past 3, 4 years. I mean, just got his ass handed to him. And as special as he is, I mean, I don't know, bro. There's this new synergy this team is playing with. You can't ignore it. You can't ignore it, bro. I mean, I don't know where Pods is getting these shooting powers from. I feel like I'm watching Space Jam again. You know what I'm saying? Like, legit. We might have to change his last name to Ginobili. He's trending that way, bro. This is
All
crazy.
right.
For
Bruce.
sure, for sure.
Bruce. There was a game in 2017, right, where we faced the Houston Rockets and the San Antonio Spurs, right? This was in 2017. It was like late March of 2017. And we Kevin Durant was out that game and the Spurs had us in that first quarter. So we beat the Rockets the night before. It was on a back to back and I was looking at that game the entire time on the calendar and I was like that is the game. Those are the 2 games that is really going to define the season. And everybody was throwing dirt on us because, KD was hurt. So we win the first game and in the second game we played the Spurs and the Spurs had us by like 20. We couldn't stop them. You know what I'm saying? The rest of the game we played solid basketball, right? You had like David West hitting like corner threes, all that type of shit, right? And I remember leaving that game and I was like, this team is going to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? They're going to win a championship. And so said, so done. They won an NBA championship that year, right? During that stretch, I think they went like 30-2 or something like that. It was a ridiculous stretch, right? From the time that KD got hurt to the time that, they went into the playoffs and all of that. 30-2. And I was like, yo, this team is going to win the title. And this is the same feeling that I had because I was looking at this same stretch right here, the same block of games. And I was like, all right, if we if we leave that 2-1, I feel good about it. Bro, they played the last 2 games, back-to-back games. Matter of fact, the last 3 games with so much poise and so much command, right? Because you saw what was happening in the first quarter of that game, bro. Like they were just slicing the defense left and right, and it was track meet, right? And what tonight was about, it was about the Steph Curry offense versus the Nikola Jokic offense, right? And you know, you just see like how they just put Denver in a dilemma over and over again. And this is why I'll just never have nobody over Steph, bro, because this team is not supposed to be that good, right? But
100%.
not only, bro, not only is Steph giving you 36 points, and I think like the last 3 games, he's giving you over 35 points in every game. Not only is he doing that, but bro, he's breaking down the defense every single time that he's on the court. Every single time. Every single time he throws them in rotation. And that's pretty much what basketball is about now. And he throws them in rotation every time. And that's why they're going to win the championship. Denver and the Lakers back-to-back nights. The Denver had to win this game.
And
Yeah,
hey,
because they already
let me tell
lost
you,
twice in a row before,
let me
so
tell
they
you
had to win this
this.
one.
Let me tell you this. I don't care what nobody say. I already see the media working their witchcraft. You know what I mean? They went from saying this Warriors team is ass and Frito Lay's to now saying this team is so dynamic and Steph got all this help.
Yeah.
And if you really look at it, Pajimski, Pajimski's not better than Michael Porter Jr. And I'm just saying it from a perspective of resume. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
When you look at Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic and all these different dudes, there's no reason why the Warriors should be beating these teams. And this is the reason why Steph Curry is greater than LeBron James and Steph Curry is greater than Nikola Jokic because, as you just said, and you know what? And I'll even go a step further. I'm even happier that they acquired Jimmy Butler and not another name because people only attribute greatness to points per game. And because some games Jimmy Butler give you 7 points, it's hard for people to weaponize Jimmy against Steph, right? You might say, oh, yeah, he's the better defender. You might say, oh, yeah, he gets to the free throw line. But when people see, okay, this person got more points than Steph, like, Urkel, don't get it confused. In the playoff series, you might hear that Pajemski's the best player on the floor, given the way he's playing. You see what I'm saying? But just
Yeah,
looking at it from just being a natural, having a good faith argument, and just dissecting the game, I don't care what nobody says, bro. Steph Curry, his team is overachieving, 100%. This team is
bro.
overachieving.
I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Like, people make a lot of fun of this group for hopium, this, that, and the other, right? Let me make my thing really clear. The only reason,
Be clear, man. Be clear.
the only reason why I believe in this team so much, and I believe that they're gonna win every year, is because I think that Steph Curry is the best player that I've ever seen. It's really
100%.
that simple,
100%.
right? Like that's why I feel like that, right? It's not because, oh, you hopium. No, no, no. It's because I just feel year in, year out, Steph Curry is the best player I've ever watched, right? Like, sure, Michael Jordan, blah 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 blah, right? But I I just feel like this is the best player I've ever watched because, I was talking about this in playback earlier, and I was like, this man is 6'3", right? When you are 6'3", 6'2", or whatever, you're not supposed to be dominating the game like this.
Not at all.
You're just not.
It has never happened. A small guy has never dominated this game. And in fact, when the smaller guy, Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars, when they had their short-lived run, they actually were playing with guys who were willing to break a neck or a rib. You know what I mean? I'm being hyperbolic, but that's the kind of the game and the style, Lambeer and Sally and the Rodmans, that's the way they
Yeah.
played. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Bro, so many times I watch, people on TV and all of this stuff, right? And I hear people say shit like, "Oh, Steph is not in the same tier as this guy." Well,
idiots.
shit. If he's not in the same fucking tier as this guy, well,
Idiots.
why is he winning? Because of Kevin Durant?
100%.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Kevin Durant, he's not doing too great right now. You know what I'm saying? His team is what, seven games under 500. They just
He might
lost
not
five in
even
a
be on
row,
the team
right?
next year.
So I believe in a constant, right? Like, there is a constant here, and year in,
Yeah, a
year
common
out,
denominator.
you there is a constant. There's a common denominator, whatever you want to say, right? But there is always a constant, and you can't tell me back in 2020 when we saw D'Lo and Kai Bowman and Omari Spellman on the
And
team,
Michael
that and
Mulder,
Michael Mulder, that you thought that we would have won the championship 2 years later. Like, you cannot tell me that, right? So there's always a common denominator there, and it's Steph Curry, bro. Steph Curry. I was just watching it tonight, bro, and Steph. I was watching the Steph offense versus the Jokic offense, and you hear all of these superlatives about Jokic and Jokic doing this and Jokic doing that, right? And I am just watching the Steph Curry shit just prevail over and over again, right? A guy like Pods tonight, right? Where the hell did Pods come from? All of a sudden, Pods has so much confidence to do the things that he's doing. Amazing shit. Moses Moody. These are guys. Moses Moody was what, like, back at the bench back in November? He was getting spot minutes here and there. And all of a
100%.
sudden, Moses Moody is guarding. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Pods had 26, 6, and 8.
yeah, that's
Let me
ridiculous.
tell you something,
Ginobili,
bro.
Manu Ginobili
I
vibes.
love Pods' game because Pods' game is steady. You know what I'm saying? like some guys would shoot us out of the game and do this and do that, right? But Pods' game is
Buddy,
steady.
you.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know what electrolytes he's been drinking over the past few weeks, but he figured
Yeah,
something out. And if he's gonna shoot like this in the playoffs, people getting their head kicked in.
Bruce. Bruce, I'm gonna be honest with you. He don't even need to shoot like this in the playoffs,
He don't
right?
even need to shoot like this.
He
You're
don't
right.
need to shoot like this. But you know what? Because like he's just gonna do the Swiss Army knife shit,
This
bro.
is icing on the cake. This is icing on the cake.
And I'm watching Pods, Swiss Army knife, Jimmy Butler, Swiss Army knife, Draymond Green, Swiss Army knife. Well, why the fuck not? Right? So tonight we watch Warriors small ball essentially beat Denver, right? Warriors small ball beat Denver tonight. Jokic had 33, 12, and 9. And you know the wild part about Jokic tonight? They cut off the playmaking tonight. Once they figured out where Denver wanted to put the ball, next thing you know, Jokic has 6 turnovers, Braun 4 turnovers, Porter 4 turnovers, right? They really started to step into those passing lanes tonight. I was really watching them tonight, and you saw where they made the adjustment. In that second quarter, 16 points, third, 24, fourth, 20 points. They really, really stepped it up on defense and put the clamps down. People are going to have an issue with this team come playoff time.
Erk,
It's going to be a problem.
You said 3 games in 4 nights, right? And this Denver team with the, most people would argue, or a great divide would argue, Jokic could be the MVP. They're desperate to win as well because they lost some games like at the end of the game, like that they could have won. And I'm just saying, bro, like you can't tell me this team is not playing with like some all-time confidence. And people could say what they want to say. I think the reason why the ratings have been down for so long, and you can feel how you feel, LeBron fans, but the NBA has been trying to cater to a specific individual and force it, and the ratings have been down because of that. You can't go from Magic and Bird and praising these two guys, right, for being at the pinnacle with their respective
Bruce, do you
franchises.
know where we were, bro? Like
What you
there's
mean?
a
A
legit
12 seed.
chance.
The
Hold
team should have
on.
been
You know that? Hold up. You know we were 2 games below 500
two
not too
games
long
before
ago, right?
500. There were Warrior elites saying tank for Cooper Flag. What are you
No,
talking about?
hold on. We were 2 games below 500, right? So first of all, we started off what like 12 and 3,
12 and
12 and
3.
4, something like
12 and
that.
3.
12 and 3. So we start off 12 and 3. I don't know what the fuck happened in the middle of the season, but we were doing great. But here's what I think happened, bro. We stopped moving the ball. Okay? We we went to a different type of offense and then we stopped moving the ball. And then when that started to happen, the defense got fucked up. Next thing you know, Steph was hurt, this guy was hurt, that guy was hurt, and we just could not find a footing, right? Then they bring back Jimmy in, Draymond is at center, right? And then you just seen just a collective poise. All of a sudden, they go from having 15 turnovers, right? Now they're having 11 turnovers, they're having 10 turnovers, right? And it's not like back-breaking turnovers either, right? So um they just started to take care of the ball and they started to continue to move the ball. So they're moving the ball and they're taking care of the ball, right? So when I'm looking at these stats, top of the league in assists and all of this stuff tonight, they had 25 assists. Not the greatest
That's
night tonight from an assist standpoint, right? But they really turned it up defensively. Really,
Erk.
really turned it up defensively. Draymond should win that depoy, bro. Like
No, it's his. It's his.
he should
Hold
win
on. If he
that
doesn't
depoy.
win, if he doesn't
It,
win it,
it
just abolish the entire system. Just
Yeah, yeah,
no,
abolish the
yeah.
award if he doesn't win it.
it's his. He's going to win it.
Bro, because I'm looking at this team, right? Like, honest to God, right? I'm looking at this team, and Draymond Green, this team is not supposed to be good defensively. Look how fucking small this team is. You have
Right,
Pods and Steph in the fucking backcourt, right?
right.
And
And we're top five on
that's
defense.
unreal, bro. So last time I checked, we were like seventh overall on the year on defense. The teams that were ahead of us, uh Celtics, Minnesota, Clippers, Houston, Orlando, OKC has the best defense in the league, right? Bro, I'm telling you, I have a really really good feeling about what's going to happen in the playoffs because they can play multiple ways. But here's the thing: all of these teams are going to play fucking small anyway, right? Straight line drive, collapse of D. I know what they're going to do, and we have the perfect thing to guard that. We have the perfect thing to guard that. I think we're Gucci, bro. Like I think we're going to be completely fine.
Let me tell you something, Mark. I'm seeing LeBron James play with Anthony Davis for years and be a play-in team. I'm seeing him play with Luka Doncic, and I've seen this team defensively fall off a cliff. The way the Warriors are playing right now, I get it. Draymond Green, this is the reason why he's Defensive Player of the Year. But Pajemski, Moody, and so on. These guys are overachieving, and every single media pundit, what do they always say? The Warriors are small. They don't have a chance. The Warriors are small. They don't have a chance. And yet still, teams are getting kicking them
Yeah.
out night after night after night. And so this is the reason why Steph Curry is as great as he is. You know what I mean? And you can't quantify everything just from a box score because everything doesn't show up in the box score, just like Jimmy Butler. Everything he does doesn't show up in the box score. Same thing with Pajemski, same thing with Draymond. So, yeah, bro. Everybody been saying for the past few weeks or for the past few months, the Warriors haven't played anybody. I wonder if Denver and the Lakers count as somebody.
Yeah, these are indicator wins because Denver, if they lose again, right? Like,
He just
and
lost
who?
three in a
Are
row,
we are we
bro. They
realizing
lost.
are we
They lost the
realizing
first
that
game at the buzzer, or not at the buzzer, because of stupidity, and
Rose,
they, they lost. They lost the second game because they had to rest people because they played double overtime, and they thought they
Rose,
could beat the Spurs. Hold on, Bruce. They thought they could beat the Spurs by resting people. That backfired in their face, and they lost again today. So, like, if you lose three in a row, if you lose two in a row, you can really fall into the fucking play, and like, it's not even funny, bro.
The
Bro,
Nuggets are 47-31. The Warriors are
let me
46
tell
to
y'all this,
31.
man.
How did that happen?
Bro, let me tell y'all this.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
you're
You
in
can't
this,
lose games now. You
bro,
cannot afford
hold
to
on.
lose any games.
If y'all are in this space, okay, and you don't believe that we're gonna win the title, I want you to get the fuck out. Go somewhere else. There's plenty of places that you can go. But if you don't believe that we can win the title, I want you to get the fuck out. Leave. If you don't believe, leave. Leave. Go.
Kick
Say
Kick
it
rocks?
again.
rocks. Go
Say it
somewhere
again.
else.
Say
If
it
you
Kick
don't
again.
rocks?
if you don't think we
Beat
can win the
it?
fucking title,
Scram?
I don't want y'all in my presence. Leave. I don't want y'all in here. Go somewhere else. I
GT?
want y'all to leave, bro. Because
FOH?
I'm looking at the fucking standings right now, and every single team we're gonna beat in a fucking playoff series. What the hell are y'all seeing, man?
Bro,
You
there's
should be
actually
fucking excited.
there's a really funny scenario where the Warriors can actually finish with the third seed.
We're a point
Dog,
five away right
Well,
now.
that's
We're
what
a
the
half
guys
dog,
are
and I
point
saying.
want
If
y'all
you
to
away.
don't know what the
understand
seeds
something,
get,
right?
what's the point of even playing these games if you're not going for the
Here is
third
the other
seed?
thing, right? Here's the other thing. I don't see a team here that we can't beat in a OKC. How many times have we beaten OKC this season?
Twice!
We've beaten them twice, right?
And we
They're
almost
saying
beat them
that,
the third time without Steph, by the
and
way.
Steph
We
wasn't even
almost
there,
beat them the
bro.
third time.
All right, Houston Rockets. How many times have we beaten Houston this year?
Three.
Three
Should have been
times?
four, but we should have been four, but
Come
we
on,
lost that
bro.
one on some bullshit.
Bro, we beat Houston twice with Jonathan Kaminga doing first
No,
option
three
shit.
times, bro. We beat them three times.
Without Steph?
We beat them twice without Steph, but three
That's
times
what I'm
overall.
saying. So Houston, you got the Lakers. You see what the Lakers are. They can't guard anybody, bro. So which one of these teams in a playoff series do you fear? Honest to God, bro.
Honest to God, just Denver.
The
Yo,
Clippers.
Just
The
because
yo,
Clippers.
Jokic.
The
That's it.
Clippers have our number
put
this
your
Why
season.
you why
seatbelts
why
on
why are
right
you
now
fearing
and buckle up
Denver?
because we're gonna win the title. I'm
We
telling you,
haven't beat
bro.
Well,
the
I wouldn't even
Clippers
say
this
the
Why
season.
are you fearing
the
Denver?
only the player I fear Jokic. That's it. I just fear
Why are you
Jokic.
fearing
You fear
Jokic?
this shit that you saw tonight?
The
For
Warriors
what?
wanted the Warriors won in 22. They played against Jokic in the first round. He was the MVP. Why you fear Jokic now?
Because he
Look,
has Jamal
I have
Murray
PT,
and
I have
MPJ. They're
PTSD
not
from
injured this time
2023. I
around.
have PTSD from 2023. That's why.
Jokic's Denver Nuggets have never beat a 50-win team in the playoffs. You know that?
I actually didn't. I knew
Yeah.
Listen,
nothing.
listen, listen,
So
listen.
like
Bruce. Fuck the Denver
don't let
shit,
the
bro.
media brainwash you,
People,
man.
yo, Bruce, people treat the fucking Denver Nuggets like they're the
Like the
big
book,
bad
yeah, like the
boogeyman.
boogeyman.
Listen to
Get
me.
the, no, they're not.
The
Listen to me.
Clippers. We haven't beat the Clippers this season at all, yo.
No, don't worry about that, man. That was a
Listen to me.
different. That
Hold
was a
on,
different
Bruce.
team.
I ain't worried
Thick
about
tongue.
Hardy.
Listen to me. Thick
What's
tongue
cracking?
swiper is their best defender, bro. Like
You're
they ain't
damn
beating
right.
us in a series,
You
bro.
damn right about that. Thick tongue
You
swiper
understand what I'm
is
saying?
he's their
So,
sixth man. Yeah.
they're giving up 116 points. Their defense is a negative relative to league average, bro. That's not gonna win no championship. I'm
Irk,
sorry,
Irk,
bro.
Irk. They're number 20 in defense. Why are we speaking on the
Come
Denver
on, bro.
Nuggets?
What you talking about? Denver Nuggets like there's
Hey,
some
hey,
boogeyman.
hey,
No.
Irk.
Bro,
What is the
Hey,
hold on,
hey,
hold on.
bro,
Irk.
I'm
What is
telling
the
you,
Warriors
there's gonna be a
currently
scenario where the
in
Nuggets are gonna
defense
play the
right now?
T Wolves.
Hey,
If the Nuggets play
Shadow.
the T Wolves, they're done.
Hey, Shadow.
Where? Well, no. Where exactly today, right now, after this, right now, this second? Where is the Warriors in defense?
If I had to guess, like overall for the whole season, I'm probably say like seven. But like since the
Someone
trade
pull
is
it up.
definitely top two. Hey, Erg,
No, what are they currently right now, this very second in defense? I need to know.
we need somebody to go configure.
They're 22nd right now. The Denver Nuggets are 22nd.
Yeah, that's the Nuggets. They're trash. Irk, what's the Warriors in defense
The
right now?
Warriors are number 7 on defense. However, since
Damn,
the
wow, I'm
All-Star
And
smart.
break,
I guess I
since the
said seven.
All-Star break, they're number 2 on defense.
How
See,
about offensive rating? How about offensive rating?
offensive
They're
rating
number
top
5.
two. Oh, top five. That's
And
they're
not
number
Since
bad.
the All-Star
five.
no,
break.
And
no,
since
but
the
you know
All-Star
what?
break, top
You
two.
know, you want to know why we're actually number one? I'm not even trolling. With advanced stats, right? Obviously, offensive rating, defensive rating, net rating is like one of the most important to me. But also, guys, I don't know if you know, like assist percentage is basically how well you move the ball, right? And
Good
here's
point.
the thing with assist percentage, right? Within the past championships, there's one anomaly, right? And it's LeBron James. LeBron James led teams. They usually don't have good like when they won the championship, right? I'm talking about the teams who won the championship. LeBron James teams are the anomaly because like the offense just runs through him. It's going to be him driving and kicking out, whatever. But the only times when there's the teams who won the championship like had a terrible assist percentage were when they went through a whole playoff path where there was injuries or like something drastic happened in the playoffs. But usually the teams that win the championships have high assist percentages. Also, every time the Warriors won the championship, they had like a top 5 assist percentage, and they have the number one right now by like a pretty good margin. By like they have like a 70. Let me check. Give me a second. There is a 73. The next closest one is 69%. So
Isn't that ridiculous?
the like offensive assist percentage really tells you like let's say there were 10 right now, and like we still have the number one, right? We're really like top three, like, and that's why I'm saying we're one. We have a great assist percentage. The ball moves, bro. You don't win championships playing iso ball, so I'm not worried about the Clippers. They have Hardy. He's gonna choke. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like this, we could win the championship. Like, no, not we can.
I'm not gonna hold
We
you.
will win the championship this year. They're gonna
I'm
win
not
this
gonna
year.
hold you, but some teams fake contend because they gotta, the organization gotta appease the fans that spend their money, their hard-earned money. Some teams know they're not contending. Like if you're a Clipper organization, come on now, Kawhi Leonard is not healthy. You know you're not contending. So it ain't no worrying about them. You know what I mean? Like it's only a few teams that's really trying to get active. And we know what the Warriors is doing, dog. Like it's no two ways around it. So I know what happens is a lot of people listen to the media and the media brainwash you and make you be nervous as a fan and tell you Steph Curry doesn't have a chance. The Celtics are going to beat them. You can't hide Steph Curry against the Celtics. Oh, see it? The Celtics are up 1-0, and next thing you know, the Celtics are losing, and everybody is saying, "Oh, we knew the Warriors were going to win." It's rinse and repeat, bro. It's rinse and repeat. So yeah, just get ready for it. Like this same team that everybody wrote off is about to go crazy. You know what I mean? And then everybody gonna tell you how loaded this team is, and Pajemski should be an all-star, and the list goes on and on.
Bro, you want
There,
to know like what I saw tonight, bro? It's like, bro, like obviously the whole team they want the championship bad, but bro, like I don't know if y'all been noticing the look and like after each like hype play, like great play to do, like the look on Draymond, Curry's and Jimmy's faces, bro. Like they are locked the fuck in. It's not like, oh, like we have a 3-year window. If we win, like we win. Like if we lose, we lose. No, they want the
yo,
championship
hold
this year.
on.
They want
Narrative,
this
yo.
championship. It's not,
These
oh, we'll
motherfuckers
get
think they
eventually.
can
They
win the
want it now.
title. Bro, hold on. All-Star weekend, right? I was just looking at people, and Draymond said that we're going to win the NBA championship. Okay, he made a bold claim. Okay, and everybody and their mama was like, "Why do you have to say that? You have to shut up." Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, "Shut up? Why the fuck are you shutting up for?" You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to fucking hear. When you make that trade, I want you to say we're gonna win the fucking championship. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah,
I
exactly,
want to
bro.
hear that.
Exactly, bro. I'm like, I seen people there like warning, like, oh, Draymond's writing checks for Curry to have to like cash out, like this. I'm like, bro, like, you
Nah,
want
bro,
to say, you
fuck
want to
You
say,
do
that.
real? Do people not
like, nah,
realize
bro,
that
like
when
they're gonna win. That was like early. That was like, did they even play a game? Like, it was only like what 4 games after? Like, bro, they
bro, do
barely
people
played
realize that yes,
very
Draymond
beginning.
talks some loud ass shit, but he doesn't say those things for no apparent reason. Like if he says we're gonna win the title, like he fucking means that shit. He doesn't just say that just out of
Why
randomness.
would you want people to look at you like a bozo? You definitely got to have some type of confidence, Rose. You ain't trying to just say stuff and people look at you like a bozo, bro.
That so you know the man said that, and the next thing you know, they have what, a top five offense, top five defense
And
since the trade.
to add to your point, right? Then you got people trying to appease NBA players that they upset, saying who the NBA would benefit from having a deeper run. What are you talking about? If Steph Curry leads this team after being what, the 11th seed, 12th seed to the NBA finals and wins a
Let
title,
me tell you
this
something.
is better for the NBA. This
You
is
can look at the numbers, right? Who will it be better for? It'll be better for the Warriors. It'll be better for Steph Curry. Do you know why? Because the Warriors, right, were were uh were always driving ratings, right? So I
100%.
don't care what nobody wants to say, bro. Like this team always drives ratings, right? Uh they move the salary cap, right? When the Warriors are winning, all of these little dudes who are making money, they're making money because guess what? The Warriors bring in more money, right? So they cut the biggest check every single year when they make this deep run, right? All them little games uh that they were losing when they could have swept the team, right? Guess what? That benefited these little dudes who are getting paid right now. So let's really talk about who's driving things and 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 where the excitement is, right? Nobody cares about the Lakers, bro. Like, who cares about the Lakers? Nobody cares about the Lakers. They ain't even good. We saw that last night. Nobody cares about that, right? So we really need to put things in perspective, and look to see what's actually happening in this league, bro. Like tonight, bro. I was just looking at the game tonight, and I wasn't even panicked. They went up like 10 in that first quarter, and I was like, it'll be fine, because I knew once Jokic left the court, nonsense was about to happen, and it did. I mean, like, it's boom or bust with them. It's literally boom or bust with them, right? So, uh, Steph Curry tonight, 36 points, 5 assists, 2 steals. You're not understanding what the man did tonight, bro,
Or
or
does
what he did the last three
does
games.
does does Steph qualify to use the longevity moniker, or does that only apply to one other individual?
No, it only applies to LeBron, bro.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it only applies to LeBron,
Okay.
right?
He's Urkel. He's 37. I came up here to ask one question. Did he do this with the fake butt again?
Who that, Senor?
Is is he
What up,
What
yeah?
up,
Senor?
Senor?
Is he still using a prosthetic ass or what's going on? He's 37 years old. He's 37 years old. For the month of April,
He's
he averaged nearly 42 points. He passed the ball too, almost 7 assists with 5 rebounds. Doesn't get enough credit for that, because he has no business being in
He
there getting
doesn't get enough
rebounds.
credit for anything.
he don't get
Um,
credit for anything. Yeah, yeah, I appreciate
like
that. Go ahead.
They've been calling LeBron 40 since he was 37.
listen, man. Like here's the deal. The only person that I've seen do shit like this, like in the last 25 years, is Michael Jeffrey Jordan, bro. No one. No guard is doing this type of shit, bro. Like, I just saw something where this is the first season since in the Steph era of Golden State where every NBA team takes more threes than the Warrior.
Yeah,
He's changed the game, bro. Like
100%.
there are stars that would never have a chance like in the NBA right now. I'm looking at you, Trey Young. Like that play style, like in the mid to early 2000s, like he wouldn't be able to play. One because he's small. Like he's a small. He can't guard anybody. Steph has literally made it so that like the explosion of the bigs like Giannis and all that, like there are going to be anomalies, right? But like Joker, like a highly skilled big was able to carve out space because of what Steph did and like
You know
making
how
that
many times that we've
like
had just Denver on the ropes?
bro.
I told you I was gonna play when I got in the car.
Hey, Guzzle, that speaker don't sound like a Subaru. It sound like a Chevy, man.
Oh no, it's definitely modified, baby.
It's sound like you got a box Chevy over there. Hold
No, no.
up.
All right, my
Yo,
brothers. That's it for me tonight. Have a great night, people.
all right, man. I want y'all to be prepared for us to win the title because 3 games in 4 nights, and you saw how locked in these dudes were. Steph played 32
Erg,
tonight.
That's
Jimmy,
spectacular. That's
come on,
spectacular.
man.
3 games in 4 nights. GP2 only played 2 minutes tonight, I believe. I mean, I don't think you could even, elaborate enough about what's really taking place right now, bro. Like, I'm telling you, this is different.
I mean, all that has to happen now is for Denver to lose another one, we win, and the Lakers lose, right? So let me see what's going to happen because the Lakers, they got who else to play? Let me see here.
Thunder back to back. They
Oh
got
shit,
Thunder
they have
back,
Thunder,
Thunder
Dallas,
back to
and
back.
Houston.
Yeah.
And here's the crazy part about these games. So they play them on Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Friday again, right? So that's a lot of games, bro. That's a lot of games, right? So that's the next 3 games is essentially 3 games in 4 nights. Three
Erg,
games in 4 nights, the next couple of games.
I'm,
So
Erg,
all we got to do is take care of business, man. That's all we need to do.
I'm gonna just say this: the Warriors finish in the third seed, which I kind of said they would finish in the fourth seed, and my boy Jay Cooper told me I was delusional. But if they finish in the third seed, you feel me? They can still do it, no matter what seed they finish in. But if they finish in the third seed, Erg, it's really a championship. There's no two ways around it. Like at worst, they probably should finish fourth seed, given the trajectory they're on now. But if they finish as a third seed, it's gonna be real spooky, man. It's gonna be real spooky. We're gonna be hearing that Pajemski is Hall of Fame, Moody is Hall